Hey guys, welcome into Southern Legends. We're down here at Weiss Lake this morning on a beautiful June morning. Down here with professional angler and best crappie guide anywhere in Alabama, Lee Pitts. Lee, we're going to be out here trying to catch some bass today, so tell us a little bit about our June bite today.
You know, we've had some crazy weather this early summer. Although it's June, we still have some really low water temps right now. Had a little series of storms coming through the last few weeks. The typical summertime afternoon storms, but it's kept this water cool. And also we've got some water still in the weeds right now. So we're going to start out this morning, try to get a good topwater bite. Although a lot of the big fish have moved on out of the weeds right now, there's still a few fish hanging around. So I think we can stay shallow, get bit, see what happens. When it slows down, we'll move on out to eat and try to get a big one.
Let's get after it.
Stay with us.
Southern Legends Outdoors is brought to you by K2 Coolers, real value, real cold. Vapor Trail Scents, if you spray it, they will come. Tyler Union of Anniston, Coosa Industrial Supply of Gadsden.
Yeah, this is something you can just really kind of put your trolling motor down and cover bank when you're trying to get that last little 45 minutes of top water in the mornings and get it and still get a good bite. This thick stuff, we'll get one out of it right here. I came to here several mornings and just by myself looking around. All of a sudden, this 2 deer stick their head out in that little corner right there. Like, what are you doing in here? That's like it.
That's one great thing about this area right here. I mean, it's fishing, hunting. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can't do up here in old Cherokee County.
And you know, a lot of times we take it for granted, but you can be deer hunting 5 miles down the road, run back to the house, get your fishing poles, come fishing.
Well, there's many times in January we'll go hunt that morning and then get out on the Coosa and do a little crappie fishing that afternoon. Count. Get on it. Southern Legends TV is brought to you by Little River Marina and Lodge on Weiss Lake in Cedar Bluff, Gamecock Outfitters on the Square in Jacksonville, Top Hill Custom Game Calls, Mark and Barney's Automotive of Jacksonville. Hey, this is Chris Hobbs with Southern Legends TV. You know, when I'm not out in the woods or on the water, I still love to be outdoors, hiking, biking, climbing, or just running. Where do I go to buy all my outdoor gear? Gamecock Outfitters on the Square in Jacksonville. They carry a full line of Chacos and outdoor gear from North Face, Patagonia, Enos, Osprey, and Grand Trunk, just to name a few. When I want to get in the great outdoors, I go to Gamecock Outfitters. Go!
Every seasoned hunter knows scent is everything. Whether hiding your scent or attracting a trophy kill, Vapor Trail Scents is there. Deer, elk, hog, bear. It doesn't matter the animal. If you spray it, they will come. You can even miss, and they'll come right back for more. Visit our site to learn more at VaporTrailScents.com. Vapor Trail Scents proves you can fool Mother Nature.
Well, we're going to try to get on some of these big Weiss Lake bass, and Lee's going to talk a little bit about his guide service and about fishing on Weiss Lake.
You know, our crappie season here starts really the last of January. All these fish start migrating and getting ready to feed up and just really getting ready for spring. And what we do, we get out there and try to intercept them coming from the main lake all the way to these little creeks and the bays. And so we've got a long crappie season that goes all the way through the last of January, you know, February, March, April, and even into May. And then after that, the crappie kind of go back to the main lake, go back to the river, and don't really wad up as much. So we leave them alone really through the summertime, and that's when we concentrate on some other things. Like you were saying, the bluegill, the shellcracker. You know, really year-round, there's something that we're fishing for, and a certain season for the different species of fish that are just abundant here on Weiss Lake. So, you know, if you got kids, you got your wife, your buddies, you just want to come out and catch not only our crappie, but we get out here and catch these bluegill and these shellcrackers, stock the freezer, and have a good time. And it's not as physically demanding as bass fishing is, so it's a lot of fun. And we have a lot of people that bring a lot of kids out here to fish with us.
Fish on. Get out of your leg, buddy.
A little frog fish, but he hit it good.
Did hit it good. That's a pretty one.
Fish.
I need big guys.
Oh, we missed it. Throw right there on that.
He got it. He's doing that.
That fish came back on. I believe that's that. The other one's brother. He swirled up on it, missed it one time, and I give it a little shake, and he couldn't stand it.
That's two good ones right there back to back.
Oh God, bigger.
Need a net.
Come on, big mama, turn your head. Come on. Oh, get in here. That's what we're looking for. They backed out off that frog and were just whirling at it. Didn't really want it. But she'll come up and meet that jig.
Man, that's a nice fish.
Yeah, you can tell she's backed out just a little bit after spawning. Got a few sores on her. You know, starting to get a little belly back on her a little bit. But you know, you catch you 5 of these, you're gonna take home some grocery money. Get back in. There you go. That's just big. I got this big.
That's a big one.
You know, around these grass beds, just like we've been doing this morning, we're throwing a topwater plug, throwing a frog, kind of moving it through there pretty quick. They drop the water just a little bit, and a lot of these fish are kind of in a little bit of a funk. They don't want to really chase anything. So what I've done, I've dropped back. I'm throwing a 3/8, that's a little talon jig there. And what I like to do, I'm taking a Jean LaRue biffle bug, and I use that for my trailer. I'm running it right through here on the back of that talon jig. And what it does, it gives it more of a streamline. You know, I can swim it better. The little legs here really kick good, and it gives them a good visual that they can kind of pick up on and want to chase it down. And when I come out of that grass, I'm hopping a little bit and let it fall off the tip. And that's when a lot of these fish that are really lethargic and kind of laying off the edges, they'll pick it up. Another big thing that I'm doing, I've got my loose rod. I got a 7/6. I'm throwing gamma line braid right here. And this gamma line is really, I've gone down to, this is just a 50-pound braid, but it really, really helps, and it's strong enough that I can get these big fish out of that grass or around any kind of wood cover that they may wrap me up in. So let's see if we can go get another one.
Southern Legends TV is brought to you by Columbia Sportswear, Gamecock Computers on the Square in Jacksonville, Ted Turgeon's Taekwondo of Jacksonville, Crow Drugs on the Square in Jacksonville.
Vapor Maker by Vapor Trail Scents. Order online at vaportrailscents.com.
My bad.
Every time you talk, we catch fish. That's a good one.
All right. That's what I was about to say. These little places like this with the overhang, you got your limbs that come on out off of this bank right here. You know, when the willow flies start hatching, they're just now starting here. Your seawalls, your little overhanging limbs and things like that. That's where you got all your brim in here eating on those willow flies that are falling down and the hatches come out. So, you know, it's kind of a cycle. Everything's eating. You got your flies falling in the water. You got your ducks coming through there picking them off the limbs. Greenhead.
Speaking of that.
Then you got, you know, the brim are in there eating and the bass will follow. They're in there eating on these brims. So it's really just a feeding place for everything. So that's some of the things I really look for is these overhanging limbs this time of year. Couldn't stand that old biffle bug floating through there. Got him a mouthful too.
Yeah, he did. He was hungry. Changed up a little bit. We've gone to cranking a little bit on some of these ledges and drops out here on Weiss. Throwing the topwater bite earlier. Lee did real good, caught a bunch of fish. I missed a couple, I think I caught one. But now we're gonna crank these ledges right here. You can see we're right out here in the middle of the lake and people wonder what we're doing, but Lee, how deep are we?
We're sitting in about 12 feet of water, but we're only throwing up into about 4.5. You know, Weiss is known, you know, that when they backed this lake up, all this was farming community out here.
Right.
So there's still some of the old house foundations, some of the old shade tree stumps, you know, on these little high spots. So that's kind of what we're looking for, some of the little depressions and right off the edge of the creek channel that seem to hold some of these bigger fish.
And that's the key about Weiss, is you really have to travel around all these humps and ledges and stuff and really find those key spots that you need to find, especially if you're fishing a tournament. You got to get to them. You got to get to them fast. You got to catch those active biting fish and then head in and weigh in and get you a check. But right now we're just out here for fun, and we'll see if we can get hold of some of these big heads out here.
I thought we were betting.
No.
Oh.
No, the bet ended after you caught that 5-pounder.
No, that's when it started. Nice little fat spot.
Go take it.
Maybe he'll call some more up.
He went on there by mud.
He just ran in and smelt of it.
Good old spot.
Here we have an abundance of threadfin shad. That seems to be the main forage out here for the largemouth and spotted bass. And you know, it's not a big bait we're throwing out here. Norman makes a great plug that I love to use. They got the deep little end, the baby end, and even when the fish back out there deeper, I go to that big DD22, and it really seems to be a great bait to throw on the Coosa chain.
this rod throws good right here.
Yeah, that they just come out there. That's the new Lose. It's the David Fritz Speed Stick. They're bringing back some of the characteristics of some of the older rods right there, and they've lightened it up. You know, everybody, when the cranking craze, and Fritz is known for his cranking. You know, everybody use those big glass rods. That's a 7.6 there, and they really lighten it up a lot, and you still got a lot of sensitivity with it. The biggest thing is when a big fish gets a hold of it, that tip's soft enough that you can throw that big crankbait all day, and it doesn't wear you out, and it still plays a big fish real well.
This is a nice rod. I love the way it feels.
Yeah, I've been real happy with them.
Southern Legends will be right back after these messages.
Large amount.
Little head. It's a little teaser. They've gone into lockjaw. Nothing on it.
What? There he is. Good. God. Hit it like a freight thing. Come on, baby. Be the right kind.
Oh, she goes.
Gonna be a big spotter.
You're running.
Whoa! See if I can get her to come up here, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Come on. Come on, don't spit it. Old Coosa spot.
That's a good one there.
Little end lavender shad is deadly on them. Let's get us a big one.
Good.
That fish hit it like a freight train too. head.
He tried to run away from it. But I'm telling you, he ran. He's escaping.
You get him, I'm catching him.
Catch you one. Oh, that's a good large head.
Yeah, it is. Nice fish.
We'll take some more of them. I'm telling you, he ran right at the boat.
He didn't run to you?
Yeah, hit it. I mean, he was 10 foot out there and hit it and starting. I saw he slapped at it, but he's gone. 3 minutes. Dang. Got one. Good.
He's going where he wants to.
I'm just trying to get out of the way. Oh, yeah.
Wrong kind.
Yeah.
He's still fun though, but it's the wrong kind. Come on, baby. I just want my plug back.
It's not tournament day, so have some fun with that one. That's a good one, too.
You know, they're talking about ambush and prey out here. That's one of the things you don't never know what's going to be laying out there. And, you know, here on Weiss Lake, not only stripe like this, but we've got some big, big stripe out here. I had one this spring that we weighed it and it was 31 pounds. So these fish are built for speed too. Get out here. Oh. Don't do it. Now that's a solid batch of muscle right there. Get up. Woo. I thought I had something there for a minute.
I did, too. I thought you had the old big mama.
Oh, he came off.
Hit it when it hit the water.
Hit it when it just, probably another stripe. He just lost it.
Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Southern Legends. If you want to fish with Lee, you can go to pitsoutdoors.com and send him an email or give him a call, and you too can catch some big stripe, some big bass, or some big crappie on Weiss Lake. Next week we'll be going to southern Mississippi to do a little pig hunting with Rex Holmes from Vapor Trail Scents. We'll see y'all next time.